Who else? Who else? Let's do some shout outs. Okay.
Shout out to the Real HU, Howard University. You know.
Uh-oh, Howard's in the house. There we go. Woo woo.
Shout out to the illustrious Dillard University.
All right, Dillard in the house. Woo woo.
Shout out to that school on the hill, Morehouse College.
No Morehouse man is in the house. Tell them. Somebody said, I, buoy. Somebody say, right? I, buoy. All right, that's good.
Bite
okay,
down.
So go ahead. I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys just listen in right now as they're ready to get started. Go ahead.
We all good to go?
We are good to go.
Okay. Well, we are so delighted to have everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is Why to Attend to HBO. HBCU. It should be on HBO. Hey, it should be on HBO though. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in. National College Resources Foundation and Oakland Promise have put together a great panel, so you're going to get a lot out of it. I know we only have an hour, so I don't want to take too much time. My name is Amir Hassan Walton. I'm a graduate of the National College Resources Foundation and the Black College Expo. Attended Bowie State University. Got my degree in marketing, and I've been traveling with the Black College Expo for probably like the last 5 years hosting this panel. I still do that, but I also do marketing and operations for McDonald's Corporation now. So, you know, HBCU graduates can do everything. We're well versed, right? So I'm a Bay Area native, Oakland native. Went to Archbishop Reardon High School though, and San Francisco on a basketball scholarship. I was one of the top 20 players in Northern California coming out of high school, and decided to go to HBCU, Bowie State University, and they're the ones who groomed me into the man I am today. So I'll be hosting the panel, and then I'll introduce the panel. But before I do that, I want to let Jamia and Dr. Price say something first, just for why we're here, and then I'll introduce the panel.
Sure. Thank you all for coming. My name is Jamia Morton. I am the College Access Senior Manager with Oakland Promise. We are a really dope team that works with high school students in OUSD, here to show them any opportunity they have after high school. So we're excited for you all to learn about the HBCU experience. Some of our students on the panel are actually OP scholars in college, so we're super excited about that. So hope you guys have a good time.
I am just excited to see our close to 50 young people here right now just to get wisdom. I'm Dr. Teresa Price. I'm the founder of National College Resources Foundation and the Black College Expo. We are celebrating 22 years, you guys. It's like, wow. So I'm excited. I know, and I'm just so proud of my HBCU alums. You guys are doing it. And we're just here to be able to host this platform with you guys. So, hey, students, let's get in it. Amir, take it away. Well, and this is
there we go.
Week. So can I get a whoop whoop? HBCU week. Whoop whoop. Okay. All right. Take it away.
Woo, woo. You know. All right, so I'm gonna introduce, pronounce your names, just correct me. But Janisa Salazar is an 18-year-old graduate who currently gets university. While at Skyline, Janisa, or Young Women's Group, Janisa is a biology major who has plans to become a labor and delivery nurse to support high-risk pregnant mothers during the time of. So let's clap it up for Janisa. Bios, I'm gonna let her go on and do her thing real quick.
Hi y'all. I cannot show my face right now, but I'm Janisa. I'm 18 years old from Oakland, California. I'm in my second semester at Clark right now. Although I'm not on campus, I'm trying to make the best of the situation. So it's been going all right. We started a few weeks ago. And yeah, hopefully I could be on campus next fall though.
There we go. There we go. And Destiny, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm 20 years old from West Oakland, California, and I attend Fisk University. Graduated from the best high school in Oakland, California, the Champions, McClymonds High School. Okay. I'm very outgoing. When I was in high school, I played every sport, you guys. So if you guys are athletes, yeah, I played all sports. Now in college, I took a right turn and I was a part of SGA. I am now the marching band manager, also on the honor rolls list. And yeah, you guys, I participate in almost any and everything. So yeah, I'm Destiny.
There we go. Let's clap it up for Destiny. All right, and Kendall Covington is a Skyline graduate who's finishing her finance degree at Howard University this May. She is the current secretary for California State Associate Club, an active member of her college's Finance Investment Club, and campus ambassador for the Back to Me project that focuses on helping young women of color transition from high school to college with mental health and stress management workshops. So welcome, Kendall.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me? Yes, okay. Hey guys. So do I just introduce myself or no? You just did that.
Yeah, if there's anything else you want to say to add on to it, go on ahead.
Oh, well, again, my name is Kendall Covington. I'm a senior finance major at Howard University. It's my senior year, so my senior year was robbed, unfortunately, but I'm making the best of it, So yeah, I'm excited to be here with you guys today.
Thank you, Kendall. Thank you. And Dariana Bridges is an East Oakland native who graduated from Oakland High School in 2017. After completing high school, she continued to further her education at the prominent Dillard University in New Orleans, Louisiana, in which she is set to graduate with a major in social work?
Yeah, it's social work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And is also a member of the Beta Kappa Chi Scientific Honor Society. Welcome, Dariana.
Hey guys, my name is Dariana. I'm also the president of the California Club at Dillard University, and I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And then last but certainly not least, we have Blake Terrell, who has a BA in political science from Morehouse College. While at Morehouse, Blake was a member of the Student Government Association, a Bonner Scholar, and a member of the U.S. Army ROTC. Currently, Blake is pursuing an MBA degree from George Washington University and is a project management analyst with Fannie Mae in Washington, D.C. Welcome, Blake.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Glad to be here. Really appreciate you guys for having me. As Brother Amira said, I'm a graduate of Morehouse College, and I definitely look forward to talking to you guys about my experience and how my HBCU really changed my life trajectory. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. So we're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna put all of you on the spot because there are no HBCUs in California outside of Charles Drew University, which is a medical institute. But we don't really get to see HBCUs, right? So I want to know, what was the biggest myth that was debunked when you got to your HBCU? And anybody can jump on in.
I could start. The biggest myth, obviously, the most obvious one, that HBCUs don't prepare you for real life. I mean, come on, look at the White House, Senate. Like that's such a myth. HBCUs really set you up for success, and it's proven everywhere. All HBCUs.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else?
I can go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Destiny.
Oh, mine will just tie into what Kendall just said about academics. Some people will tell you that PWI's academics are more rigorous than ours, and that's a myth because I was one of the only out of my graduating class to attend a HBCU, and me and my friends who attend PWIs, we help each other with work, and sometimes they can't complete my work. It's a little bit too rigorous for them, and supposedly they go to Cal Berkeley, which is one of the top PWIs in the nation. So the point is, our schools are as rigorous as PWIs and will challenge you academically.
Real quick, Destiny, can you give them the acronym? What does PWI stand for?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Predominantly white institutions. Every school that is not a HBCU. Every school in California.
There you go. There you go. All right, Blake, your turn.
So I'd say one myth I heard about HBCUs was that the level of opportunity wasn't there in comparison to PWIs. When in actuality, that's the complete and opposite truth. Going to a HBCU, you have immense opportunities to shine and develop yourself as a professional, thus enabling you to be really a star and stellar upon your graduation from your whatever HBCU you attend. So that was the biggest myth that was debunked for me.
Did I miss anybody on the panel? I feel like one person. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the biggest myth for me was that HBCUs don't give students a lot of money, which was untrue for me because I applied to, I want to say 4 CSUs in California, and I probably might have gotten 1 or 2 scholarships for them. But then when I applied for Dillard, when I applied for Bethune, FAMU, I want to say more than half of my tuition was paid already. They were like, all we need you to do is just show up.
Perfect. I want to touch on something that Destiny brought in, and I want to see if all you guys can kind of talk about it. I don't know who's had a chance to watch the movie Judas and the Black Messiah yet. I hope all of you get a chance to watch that. But Fred Hampton was actually one of the first people who I had to study when I got to Bowie State University, right? And I think an interesting thing about HBCUs, or the best part of them, is that you can be unapologetically yourself, right? We look in the media today, and someone like Fred Hampton or Malcolm X, like, Angela Davis, whoever we want to throw out, they might be considered, radical, right? So I want to talk to you, or want you guys to speak on actually what was the learning experience like being at a but a HBCU, a historically Black college and university. What was that experience like, just in terms of culturally being around and having Black professors, Black speakers, Black presidents of the university? What did that do for you?
I can go ahead and begin. Going to a HBCU, being around, just being really surrounded by Black excellence. It's like an experience it's nothing I could have ever fathomed or imagined. Growing up in California, specifically in Oakland, being from Oakland myself, we have a strong Black community, and we have some remnants of the Black Panther Party, within our community, but it's not as strong as when you go to a HBCU and you're surrounded by it. So, really going to an institution, really going to any HBCU, you're gonna understand that there's no excuse. So everything is there. It's really on you to take accountability and chart your own course and create your own destiny. So just being surrounded by all that excellence, you have other people that you can lean on and rely on. And it's a lifelong brotherhood and sisterhood that you develop with everyone at these HBCUs. It's nothing like seeing another person that looks like you, encouraging you and pushing you and teaching you. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. It's life-changing.
Excellent point. Anybody else want to jump in?
Can you ask the question one more time? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. No, what was the learning or the cultural experience like at a HBCU, just in terms of being able to be unapologetically yourself?
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I have to say that what I just spoke on about how people said that HBCUs weren't as rigorous, I will have to be honest and say that I almost took that into consideration going in. So meaning I stepped into college very relaxed, and being from Oakland, I took some shortcuts academically, I'll be honest, and I was able to get away with it. And going to HBCU, I honestly thought like, maybe, I'm gonna be able to take a bunch of shortcuts. And when I went to my HBCU, I'm like, oh, it's Black teachers. They're gonna be chill. They're gonna let me BS it. No, complete opposite. Like, they put me up to the challenge. Oh, you think you're a leader? You think you're smart? Show us. All the talking is not gonna help you. I need to see your work. I need to see your work ethic, etc., your academic skills. And I had to step up to the plate. So that's one thing that I really enjoyed, because I felt like as many times as teachers in Oakland told me I was smart, I was actually able to show it. I was actually able to show myself that I'm smarter than what I've been doing my entire life. I had to really put it to work. So that's something I enjoyed. And also being around, Black people. First, let me say what monolithic is, okay? Because when I was a senior in high school, I did not know what the word monolithic was. Monolithic means we are all the same, meaning culturally we're all the same, etc., right? Like we all have the same values and morals. Black people are not monolithic. And when you go to a HBCU, that's when you really learn that. Because being from Oakland, we kind of are the same and we be thinking we're all the same, etc. But you go to HBCU and you realize that there are different people everywhere. And they're cool too. I mean, I'm talking about you got friends who watch anime. You have friends who are creating books. I mean, I literally have a friend who just released a book and now he's one of the top authors on Amazon. I literally have a friend who's now a teacher. She just became a teacher. Like, you just meet all different types of people and you really realize that if you think you're different, you're not the only one. There's different people everywhere and they can all be your friends, etc. But HBCUs just really push you to your maximum capacity. That's what I can say. I don't think that's the right word, but you guys get what I'm saying. It really pushes you as a person.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody else want to jump in?
I want to say, so can you guys hear me? I think my computer is getting a little weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just piggybacking off what you said, definitely black people are not a monolith. So when I first got to DC, Chocolate City, it was such a culture shock to me. Because I remember when I first went to go get my dorm, when I went to Target, it was all Black people. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I love it. And I took an intro to African diaspora class. And that was just my first semester. And just really just appreciating learning and being around my peers who look like me was just such a fulfilling feeling for me. And we have this thing called Dress Up Fridays. Pretty sure every HBCU does. We dress up and go in the yard, and in front of the fine arts building, you have people playing saxophone, singing, painting the yard, and it's just such a beautiful experience. And I would do it all over again.
Nice. Janisha, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I wanted to say, I feel like since I am in my freshman year, my experience is obviously different from, everyone else because I'm at home. So I didn't really get that full HBCU experience being on campus and being able to meet a lot of different people because really I only know kids that's in my class and we all share the same major, but we don't really talk like that. So it's different. Like I could tell, like Destiny, you were saying everybody's different, things like that. But it's like, it's hard to get to know my classmates or just people in general on a deeper level while we're mostly all at home. So I think once I'm able to get on campus, it's going to be different. And I think I'll enjoy it. But as of now, it's kind of hard to really get to know people and stuff like that.
Yep. That's a unfortunate circumstance with all the COVID stuff going on.
Yeah.
So hopefully you really be able to dive into it sometime soon. It's getting a little bit better. So hopefully we'll be there by the end of the year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So Destiny has said something else that was good. I'm trying to remember the point you had said, but diversity. Destiny brought up diversity. So I wanted to see if all of you could talk about that, because I think it's this big thing that says like a lot of parents and even people or college counselors will tell you like, oh, you need to have a diverse experience. Like it'll prepare you for the world better, right? Going somewhere to a PWI prepare you for the world better because it's more diverse, right? So I wanted to see if all of you could kind of talk about that. I know, Janisa, you just getting there, so you can kind of talk about why you still decided to go to a HBCU, right? Even with those diversity questions. And then the ones who are already in school or getting ready to graduate, kind of talk about how the diversity just within Black people, how you think that's prepared you for the real world.
I'm off speaker, but so I think that I could talk a lot about this due to the fact that, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I attend Fisk and I've been at Fisk for 2 years. And you guys, everyone's college experience is not perfect. I've went to 3 HBCUs. I graduated McClymonds and I went to Paul Quinn College for 1 semester. Then I decided to transfer because I didn't like that school. Well, I kind of got in trouble, I'll be honest. Then I went Texas College, and then I left Texas College and I went to Fisk University, and I've been there for 2 years now. And I've met different people at all three schools. I mean, literally, diversity in state is something. Like, people act different in different states. In Texas, I've met completely different people culturally in Tennessee. On top of the fact that those two states act different, there's so many different people from New York. I'm a part of the Caribbean Student Association, so I kick it with a lot of people that's from Jamaica, the Bahamas, except Nassau. It's just so many different people, and I've been culturally shifted. I'll just give one experience and it'll show you guys how my whole mind was shifted. Coming from Oakland, we deal with a lot of violence. I have been to over 20 funerals due to gun violence and my friends. So when I got to college, I had so many obituaries hanging on my wall, you guys. Like, that was my wall design, obituaries. And I remember I had a friend who basically told me, like, Destiny, I want to come at you in the most respectful way and tell you that I think that you celebrate death in an unhealthy way. Like, when we're at lunch and you're talking about your at-home experiences, somehow you always end up telling us about a shooting. Like, you could be talking about a party and you're telling us about a shooting. And I had to just tell him, like, that's just where I come from culturally. And it was like, and we accept that. We just want you to celebrate your friend's life instead of celebrating their death. So maybe instead of hanging up all these obituaries, you can just print out regular pictures of them and hang it up. And, they was just like, we're just not used to it. We don't come from a place like that. And, that was just a culture shock for me, because it was like, you know what? They not from the hood, but these people are so cool, and they wasn't trying to disrespect me or nothing. And they kind of low-key changed my life, because I did take down all those obituaries and I put up all happy pictures, and it actually has changed my whole self-esteem. But the point is that it's just people from different places, and you'll meet people from everywhere, you guys. That's it. That's all.
Thank you, Destiny. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just because you go to HBCU and you go to school, all black people don't act the same. You're gonna have people that are Democrats. You're gonna have people that are conservatives that support, believe it or not, racist leaders. Everybody comes from a different background. So for someone to tell you that just because you go to a school that has the same race, that you're not gonna get like a diverse learning, you do. There are going to be lots of debates. People are going to think different from you. Everyone's going to have their opinions. Trust and believe, just because we all look the same. I don't know if y'all know the same saying, but all skin folk ain't kin folk. And trust and believe at HBCUs, that comes out definitely.
Absolutely. You want to hop in, Blake?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit. Really, honestly, very much so like Destiny said, you have black people that come from all different walks of life. You have black people that whose parents are executives and CEOs of startups, Fortune 500 companies. I have one friend where his mother owned like 75 McDonald's in the Midwest. How many black people do you know that own franchises? Another friend, he's actually from Oakland as well, and his family owns Wingstops. So, and you have other people who come from more humble beginnings, but you have all this diversity within the community, and it's really a beauty to see. We as black people, we are all not the same, and but it is our experience as a culture, and it's good seeing all of that. Whether they're African, whether they're Caribbean. In my class we had Canadians, so it's just a very diverse background in regards to the African. It's very representative of the African diaspora, just given that we all had different experiences based on where we're from, culturally, financially, interests, just a whole lot of differences.
Absolutely. Is Kendall still on? I didn't see. Did she?
Yeah. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you now, but I couldn't see your picture. You want to add something?
Yeah. So I think that's what's most beautiful about HBCUs is that there's so many different cultures and different types of Black people, like, period. So I remember, so in DC, in the East Coast area, period, like the Caribbean culture is so prominent and so big. Like, I've never been to a Caribbean party until that's how it works. Caribbean parties are really big. Like, they have them every week, every day on the yard. You'll see heck of people just chilling in front of the Caribbean tree on the yard. So I think, again, that's what's really beautiful about HBCU culture is that you get to learn from different people. And there's like, I had this one girl whose mom was on Real Housewives of Atlanta that I was cool with. So like there's Cynthia's daughter. So there's so many different types of people that you just walk campus with. And it's just great.
Got you. Excellent. Thank you all. And always remember too, students, like if you're not coming from a African centered or a Black paradigm, like you're taking somebody else's on. You always got to remember that, right? So most cultures of people don't even think about learning from their own, or that's never a question. That's something they just do as it's nature, right? So we've really been conditioned to think that a lot of our things are less value or hold less value. And if you really look at the statistics and all of the leaders that have come from these schools and continue to come from these schools, you can tell what type of people they're producing. All right. So just always keep that in mind. It's important to know your culture in and out, and it's going to give you that much more confidence in yourself when you go into that work environment, because everybody else has extreme levels of confidence, in their own culture. So it's important for us to do that same thing. All right. So I want to get it. We haven't talked about the homecoming and the fun stuff yet. So I want to ask everybody, what was their most fun moment so far at the HBCU? It could be homecoming, it could be a party. I don't know if any of you pledged or anything like that. Whatever it may be, what was your funnest experience at your HBCU?
I can go ahead and I can tackle that. So I just want to set the record straight. Morehouse, Spelman, even Clark Atlanta, we had the best homecoming ever out of all the HBCUs. Number one. We were number one. But by far, I think homecoming is a phenomenal experience. Seeing all the alumni come back, it's like Christmas in October. I mean, it's just one of those things. Me explaining it to you just wouldn't do it justice. So I say for me, that was one of my top moments going to my HBCU. I still go back. I make it a point to go back every other year at least. And after that, I know, speaking for myself, I had the opportunity to do a study abroad program where I was in Ghana and Burkina Faso. And I was able to study abroad over there for about 6 weeks. So that for me, just learning about Pan-Africanism on top of the HBCU experience not only was it a good time, but I just learned so much about myself and really how to become a lot more proud of my African roots. And those for me were the two best times on my HBCU.
Love it. Go on ahead, jump on in. I know y'all all have fun moments. Go on ahead, let people know.
I want to say my most fun, like the number one thing I look out for the year is homecoming. My freshman year, I really didn't know what to do homecoming. It was like they have a probate. That's when you cross, fraternities and sororities. So I went to probate. I won a free ticket. I went. Didn't really know what it was about. I want to say homecoming didn't really become fun until my sophomore year when my friends started crossing sororities. They crossed Alpha AKs. And it's just the feeling of, everybody barbecuing, all the fraternities, sororities, selling food, giving out food, you dancing the music. It's kind of like a family reunion. Alumni are coming, they giving out internships, they trying to network with you. Of course, it's people drinking and stuff, but then you see your friends cross over to this sorority or this fraternity, and it's just so fun. And then at the end of the night, you have a party. So homecoming, that week of homecoming, it's like Spirit Week times 20. So it's great.
I'm gonna have to say that Howard has definitely the best homecoming. No shade.
I knew it was coming.
But anyways, so my freshman year, oh my God. I always heard about Howard homecoming because my brother, he went there, my sister went there before me. So I always heard about Howard homecoming, but when I got to experience it for myself, I did not want it to end. Howard homecoming literally starts from Sunday to the following Sunday. So there's a gospel concert, celebrity gospel artists. There's the fashion show, which is always the bomb, the Greek step show. There's the Yard Fest, which is the concert that we have on the yard where everybody is on the yard. there's different performers. Like last year we had the baby, Sweetie. I forget because you know,
Juvenile.
yeah, but yeah, it was really fun. And what happened after that? Oh, tailgate. Tailgate is like the event that like finishes off the homecoming. It's in a parking lot of McDonald's, and it's just all the Greeks are barbecuing and music is playing, and you just catch up with everybody, and it's just so much fun. Like how homecoming really is just an experience you have to experience for yourself. Like you just have to come if you haven't already.
That's right. Going ahead, Destiny. I seen your face light up as soon as we said
look,
fun.
I can't even look. I can't even sit here and say that my homecoming is better than theirs. This is what I will say. I'm gonna just stand up for all HBCUs that look. It's fun just to argue with people about whose school is better, y'all. That's just fun. I'm not even about to sit here in front and cap. But my homecoming not better than theirs. But my homecoming be lit. On top of the fact that I went to 3 HBCUs, okay, I'm going to all the homecomings. But I do want to give a shout out to Miss Cynthia Adams in here and Jamia, because when I was a senior at McClymonds High School, I had the opportunity, and I gave up being McClymonds homecoming queen to go and take a trip to Paul Quinn College for their homecoming. So when I was a senior in high school, I went to a college homecoming. And so I kind of already knew what it was like. They would not let us sneak off to the parties, but I had fun. So when I got to Paul Quinn College and when the homecoming was there, let me tell y'all, I partied day up to day night to day up again, okay? I went to party to party to party to party. I did my work the week before homecoming because I knew I was not going to any classes. I wasn't doing any work because I was going to party all week long. Do your work first, then party. But yeah, you guys, homecoming is some crazy stuff. You're not gonna go inside your dorm. You're gonna be eating fast food all week. Oh, and chicken from the queues, of course. But yeah, it's just a really crazy experience, you guys. I party all night, and okay, this is the comparison. Some of you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys have went to San Francisco Gay Pride. Y'all, that is some happy people. Like you go to Gay Pride, that's a lot of happy people. Like a lot of happy, and you see a lot of white people. Imagine that, but all black people. I mean, let's take out no homophobic. Let's take out the gay stuff. But all those happy white people. Imagine a bunch of happy black people dancing and eating chicken. That's a HBCU homecoming. Okay, that many black people on that level with celebrities walking around. It's just a happy time, y'all. Like, look it up on YouTube for real.
There you go. Mine, real quick. Honestly, homecoming is always a good one, but I was actually Mr. Bowie State University, so I was the king of the university. So that's something when you guys all get to York to learn about. But basically, every institution has a king and a queen, and it's almost like a homecoming king or queen you would have in high school. But at college and HBCU is a whole different ordeal. It's a year-long job. And it's really like, I don't know if you guys have seen Coming to America. It's almost like that. It's like being the Princess Zamunda, for a whole year, right? So I got the opportunity to run for that. But the year I was Mr. Bowie, after I won, we do a coronation where like all of the different schools, they bring their kings and queens there. But it was actually really just being able, I could go to any HBCU right now, I promise you, and I let them know that I was Mr. Bowie State University, and it's respect across the board. I went to Lemoyne-Owen. I never forget this. I went to Lemoyne-Owen in Memphis, HBCU, small one, and I told them that I was Mr. HBCU, not Mr. HBCU, but Mr. Bowie State University. They opened up their student, they bookstore for me and said, just take what you want, like, get what you want, hats, hoodies, whatever you want, just go on ahead, take it. I'm like, what? So it's just a whole different culture being at HBCUs, but that coordination and just the history and the legacy of it, like just to give you a little bit of that, like Black women originally couldn't go to the Miss America pageant, and things like that. Like that we weren't allowed to do that. So being at a HBCU, this was our way of acknowledging, Black female beauty. Right. So all the HBCUs did that. That's just a little history for you. And it's grown into what it is now. And of course, we can go to Miss America pageants and stuff like that now. But that was the original place for us to kind of show off our beauty. And then later on, they started letting the guys do it. But, You know, it's a lot of history once you start going to these institutions about, you know, Black love and Black beauty. Once you really start diving into it, you really get to see how much we really started, you know, and the infrastructure that we put in place, that we forced everybody to start doing these things. You know, we couldn't even play in the NCAA. A lot of us wasn't playing basketball and football at big institutions. We had to go to Howard and FAMU and Jackson State and all these other places. And then they started bringing us over there. So we really got it out the mud. We started from the bottom, you know, and really turned this whole thing around. So that's my favorite part about it, just being a part of a culture and a legacy that's really been going on for hundreds of years. Did I miss anybody? Are we good? We good, Jamia? I didn't miss nobody? Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to ask you, because I know we're going to get into question and answer in a minute. So this is my last question for you all. But what was the moment, the one moment where you knew that the HBCU that you attended was the right space for you to be going to? What was that one moment, that aha moment where you were like, I knew this is where I was supposed to be? I think you got it, Blake. It looked like you already had your answer. Go on ahead.
So I know for me, it was a combination of things. So, you know, I'm not going to lie. I know my freshman year, it was a group of friends and I know we all kind of went down from Oakland to Morehouse College, you know, Clark Atlanta, schools like that. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, at first we didn't like it. But after experiencing homecoming and then experiencing, you know, the following weeks after that, you know, like not only do we enjoy ourselves and have fun, but we also work hard. We take care of our academics as well so that we can get internships in the summer. And I kind of noticed it then, you know, this big emphasis on internships during the summer. And when I came back, my friends that went to PWIs didn't have internships. So I was like, that's interesting. And then I went a little bit further. We graduated from college. All my friends that graduated with me from Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark, we all had jobs at Fortune 500 companies. So my friends that went to PWIs didn't. So just that level of purpose and balance, that's when I knew between homecoming and the academics that I made the right choice going to HBCU. And you're not going to get a polish like that anywhere else in the world. Even going to HBCU, I started dressing a little different. You know, before, you know, graduating, leaving Oakland, you know, I wasn't wearing shirts and ties, but, you know, just that entire polish, that entire experience, letting the school go through you and experience it from what it truly is life-changing.
I guess I could go. For me, it was actually my senior year. It was, I think, in April. Howard every year has a weekend of events called Acceptance Students Day, where the incoming freshman class comes and visits the campus, and you get welcomed by the president of the Student Association Society. You get welcomed by Miss Howard, Mr. Howard. I believe when I went, Anthony Anderson was there to welcome us, and it's just a whole weekend of Darties. Darties is a day party. So you just get to, and you get to stay with upperclassmen in their dorm. So you get to experience the dorm firsthand before you actually move on campus. So that was the moment for me when I went. I was just like, oh yeah, this is it.
Jump on in, Destiny. We can't hear you, Destiny.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
So I'm, like I told you guys, my story is just a little bit different from everyone else's due to me going to so many different schools. And I'm honest about what happened to me because it may happen to you guys, okay? Everybody's story is not straightforward. You may not stay at the same school. You may not stay at the same HBCU. You may go to many different schools. But you still have a story, okay? And you guys, I'm talking so much, I didn't forgot the question. Literally, I didn't talk myself out the question.
No, what was the moment? What was the moment where you knew you had? Yeah, it was right for you to get HBCU.
So there's a quote when we go to FIST is I didn't choose FIST, FIST chose me. Fisk did choose me. I went to many different schools. Okay, I didn't know which school was for me. I went to so many different schools. They weren't for me. I love the schools. I love Paul Quinn. I love Texas colleges. No hate for none of those schools, but they weren't for me. I didn't think that they were rigorous enough for me, and I knew that Fisk was for me when I struggled in class. I knew that Fisk was for me when my Black teachers looked me in my face and said, "You're not gonna be S in my class. Like, I will fail you. You are an A student, but I will fail you. I'm not gonna slide and glide through." And I knew the school was for me when I realized I was being academically challenged. Basically, I knew that I had to really step up to the plate and really be the smart destiny that everyone say I am, that I think that I am. I had to actually really be that and work hard for it. I knew this was the school for me when I was 20 years old, which was this year, and I finally actually learned how to study. Like, I'm talking about really sit down and like, okay, you're a junior in college now, you're not sliding through anymore. You have to actually sit here and read these chapters, highlight, take some notes, and study on your off time. Like, it's serious. That's when I knew this school was for me, because I knew that my school was actually preparing me for the real world.
Yes, ma'am. Janisa, did you want to chime in?
Well, I still don't have like that experience that really made me feel like, oh yeah, this is like the school for me. I made the right choice. But I could say, like, during the process of picking schools, Clark wasn't my first option. I wanted to go to Morgan State at first, but then once I really thought about like outside of school, how would that life be for me and stuff? Because I got to go on a tour to Morgan and Clark, so I could really compare the two schools. And I just feel like the outside of school life in Atlanta and just Clark is, I think it would fit me better than Morgan and stuff like that. Off campus at Morgan is just like, it looks so dry and broke down out there and stuff. It doesn't seem like it have any life. Don't laugh, Destiny.
You got dog Baltimore out like that.
I'm just saying, like, it just didn't. I didn't think it would fit me. But Clark is just like being able to cross register. That was a big choice for me, and just the life in Atlanta outside of class was just, I feel like it's better for me as a person.
Cool.
Amir,
I know.
Amir, you want to respond to her? I have a question because we're live on Black College Expo Live, and right now I'm a current USA queen. She's a current USA queen right now. She's Miss Greenville Teen USA 2021. Nice. She said, I'm currently a USA queen, and there's a lot of history behind the pageant world. She said, HBCU is for me, but I'm having trouble knowing where the perfect place for me is. So we could ask her where she's from. Where are you from? Where are you from, Miss Queen? We can find out what city she's in. And everybody's saying this is awesome, great job. They're listening to you guys. You guys are spitting wisdom. So we'll find. So go ahead and
okay.
She's trying to figure out what she hasn't shared what state she's in, but she's just trying. She asked me, would I please say this live, because she's trying to figure out where should she go. And there's 94 for to use, just so everybody probably doesn't know that there's 94 of them. So
got you. Well, she should obviously go to Bowie State University, but you know, besides
no.
She's in Columbia.
Regardless if you have experience or not, just go ahead.
You got them all going, Miss Queen. You got them all. She's from South Carolina.
Go to university. Really though. My advice would be to do her research.
You guys know, she's from Columbia, South Carolina. So go ahead.
Okay.
I would say that she should do her research, depending on what major she wants to go into, see which program is best fit for her. And, you know, just take it from there. Just do your research and talk to people who go to these schools, pick their brain. And then if you see which one is best fit for you, then trust your gut.
Yes, because we're all biased.
Major too, right? Major.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. We're biased, okay? We're gonna root for our HBCU, okay? Like, literally, you have to do your own research, because I'm gonna say, play any, mini, money, mo. Do a list that you like and do any, mini, money, mo, because you're gonna have a great experience at any HBCU. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? But do your research. That's the best bet. Go, Kendall.
Yeah. I say real quick too, just make a list. You know, I always like to do things like that. Make a list of things you want. If you want to be in the city, if you don't mind being in the country, what major you like, what type of sports you like to watch, what you want your class size to be, right? And then based upon that list of criteria, that's kind of where you should start, you know. And I think that'd be the smartest way to do it, because the worst thing you could do is be like a city person, and then you go to Grambling or something like that, and then you just don't know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So just be honest with yourself and what type of living situation you want to have, and class size and things like that. And I think that'll help you, you know, decide would it be the best one. That's the easiest way to do it. That's what you should do, even if you don't go to HBCU. You know, just come up with a list of things.
She said good advice. She wants to be a nurse anesthesiast. Biology is her. Just so you guys know.
Nice.
Nurse
You didn't hear from me, but Taylor got the best nursing program.
No,
Just
let
saying.
me tell you why I'm saying go
That
to
is true. That is true.
We are across the street from Meharry Medical Center, the college, the best HBCU medical college. And if you go to Fisk, we have a pipeline program that will get you already set. Like it's like a sign. You get to go to Meharry because you graduate from Fisk. I'm not saying this because we're the best HBCU. I'm saying because we're across the street from the best medical college. That's an HBCU also. So, you know, I'm just saying you're going to be across, like when I say across the street, I mean, it takes me 30 seconds to get to Meharry. I cross the street. Like our buildings look the same. Like I've dated a doctor before type. Like go to Fisk.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, so Dr. Price, you got all our information, and I'm sure you give her yours too. So just let her know she could reach out, and we'll do it like that.
Okay, I will. Matter of fact, I'll put our email in the chat, and then that way you guys don't mind following back up as a group, right? To help her kind of make her decisions, correct?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I just like to add,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just like to add one thing. You know, I don't see with this panel. You know, we're all very passionate about our schools. So no matter what HBCU you attend, you're gonna be a part of our family. So you know, you go to Fisk, you go to Bowie State, Morgan. You know, you are part of the HBCU family, and you're one of us, no matter where you go.
Absolutely. And then just one quick point, because I wanted to say this before we go into Q&A, because I know it's coming up. We got like about 10 minutes left. But and this is 100% facts. The one time when I knew it was the right spot for me to go to HBCU, my senior year, we had on campus, all in the same year, we had Barack Obama came to visit us. Minister Farrakhan came to visit us. I met Rick Ross. I met Kevin Hart. I met Angela Davis. I met Nikki Giovanni. Wow. Like all in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's very rare you can have that diverse a range of individuals who have contributed that much to our people at one spot, you know what I'm saying, in 12 months. Like, I don't know any other spot where you could get something like that. So just take that into consideration as you're going. And real quick, shameless plug, I talk about it in my book, My Historically Black Purpose. So if you got any questions about the HBCU experience, definitely pick that up. My Historically Black Purpose.
Yes, that's a
Jamia, absolutely. You want to open it up for Q&A, Jamia?
Sure. If anyone has any questions, pop them in the chat and we will get our folks to answer them. So we have a question right now. It's what advice do you have for a student who may be, I don't know what that word is, tentative? Oh, what do you have?
Afraid and tentative.
Afraid, thank you. Afraid and tentative going away for college, being away from family and friends. So basically, how did you guys adjust to leaving the state, and what would you tell another student?
For me, I didn't actually start getting home. Leading up to getting on the plane, everybody was like, "Oh, Kendra, are you excited?" I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to leave. Like, I've been waiting to get out of Oakland for so long." But when I got on the plane, I was like, "Oh wow, I'm really doing this." But I would say connecting with people from your home state, and before you go off to college, there should be some type of like alumni association in the Bay Area for your school. Connecting with them, so like you'll have like a village in times where you get homesick, so you won't feel alone. So definitely like reach out to the Alumni Association, reach out to the California State Club Association on your campus, so you could feel like you're at home while away from home. That's what I did.
I would say, me personally, I've always been comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I always try to suggest that people start to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because usually you feel comfortable with your family and your friends. That's who you feel comfortable with. And what I'll say is, you are a shark in a pond. You're too big to be held to this small space. And when I say small space, I mean like the comfortable space. You feel comfortable with your family and friends. And you're a shark, so you need to be in the ocean. So just go ahead and leap in that ocean and take that leap to go out. Even if you're afraid, you don't have to suppress your afraidness, because guess what? Once you leave and you go out to out of state, there's going to be 1,000 other kids that feel the exact same way as you. They're literally going to be afraid. They're going to be like, how do I make friends? They're going to be like, are these people going to like everything you're feeling? I promise you, there's 1,000 other people at your school feeling the exact same way. You are not alone. So don't basically hold yourself back. Do not be a shark in a pond. Don't be a shark in Lake Merritt. Be a shark in the Pacific Ocean. Go to the Caribbean Sea. Go to the Mediterranean Sea. Just leave, okay? Leave, because it's you can always come back home, okay? I come back home all the time. I probably come back home. No, I don't. Anyways, the point is, just leave, because you can come back home. It's nothing but a flight. It's nothing but a flight. And Southwest mess with Oakland, so you might get a free flight. Just
Get
leave.
flued out.
Get flued out.
I'll just say this. I'll say, if you can make it in Oakland, you can make it anywhere. Not to kind of gas your head up or anything, but kind of like Destiny said, you might like it so much that you might never come back to the Bay Area. But you got to take that. You got to believe in yourself. You just got to move forward. So Oakland is a great city, but there is more to life than Oakland, California. I know, me going away to college, I lived in Atlanta, and I also lived abroad for 2 years upon my graduation from college. So, you're going to have feelings of uneasiness, but you got to believe in yourself. You got to keep moving forward. You always got to be expanding, because if you're not moving forward, you're moving back.
There was a question from Tay. What do I do if I'm not sure what I would major in?
I would say,
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
You want to go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so when I first got to Dillard, I wanted to be a nursing major because everybody was telling me I should be a nursing major, and I'm just gonna say that I'm not ashamed to say it, my first semester I flunked out. Nursing was not for me, but science is not for me. So that's when I started to realize more of the people person, and I wanted to go into social work and the criminal justice field. If you're unsure when you first get to college, like, what do I want to do? Like, what direction should I go? I ask you to just go undeclared. The first 2 years of college anyway is your general education. So just knock out your general education classes for the first 2 semesters. And then once you see like what type of major they have on campus, internships they have on campus, and all that other stuff, then you can like tie down and be like, okay, I want to major in this. You can declare your major. But I always tell people all the time, like, when you are thinking of a major, think of something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Not something that's going to make your parents proud, not something that's going to make your family proud. What do you want to do, and what are you going to have fun doing for the rest of your life?
Yeah, and I'd also say too, loving it is one thing, and the other part is because usually you getting a major to eventually be employed in that field someday, right? So I would say also know the climate of the industry that you're trying to get into, and where the economy is going, whether it be tech or if you're getting into politics, if you're getting into business, what things specifically and where is the world headed? You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's a big thing that we don't do, and just college students in general, whether you're at HBCU or PWI, is just not kind of knowing where the climate of the world is, and that'll help you, when you're coming out to even be better prepared for the job market.
So I would say, I just want to speak, this is not even just held down to HBCU. Statistics show that over 75% of college students end up changing their major. So that's just facts. I've changed my major like 3 times. And like, I think it was Kendall or either I don't want to even mess up her name, but I think it was Dariana who said that you're supposed to take your general ed the first 2 years anyways. Just make sure that when you go to any school, whether it's HBCU or PWI, make sure that your advisor does not give you, if you do get a major, make sure you don't take your major classes your first 2 years. Please don't do that. I did that. And if you do make that mistake and you want to change your major, you could just list those major classes that you took as your extra curriculum, but try to make sure you just take math, English, history. Just make sure your first 2 years is the hardest, okay? You taking your core, okay? Just take your core classes, because if you do want to change your major, it doesn't matter, because your first 2 years, you've taken all core, so it lasts for all majors. Just advice, okay, guys?
Okay, I think we have time for one more question, but I wrote down all the questions that were in the chat, and then I will reach out to the panelists and see if they want to, answer them, and I'll send it out to folks. But the question was, what about out-of-state expenses? I heard it's more expensive than staying in-state. So how have you guys navigated that system?
I can go ahead and begin. I know I was blessed. I received 2 scholarships. One, I did ROTC, and then my second one was a community service-based scholarship. So if you have some sort of opportunity, I know Kendall spoke on it earlier, if you can by any chance narrow down the schools that you're interested in and go to Acceptance Students Day, a lot of the schools have different scholarship programs that you can apply to. UNCF has a lot of scholarship programs that you can apply to. The links in Oakland, through the AKAs, they have a lot of scholarships that you can apply to. So I definitely say reach out to Jamia, Brother Amir, Mrs. Adams, and a lot of other people on this panel, as they have a whole lot of scholarship opportunities for you to help you out. But specifically, if you're interested in the military, have any sort of interest, any sort of athletic background, definitely check that out. And that's a very good route to help pay for school as well.
My experience, you guys, is, I'll be honest with y'all. And I love my HBCU. You guys, I pay out of my pocket $9,000 a semester. I don't have any family. I pay with scholarships, okay, outside scholarships. I pay $9,000. That's after I already take out $3,000 in unsubsidized and subsidized, and $2,000 in subsidized loans, meaning my school is $18,000 something a semester. It's very expensive when you go to a school that's out of state, but it's very worth it. Okay, it's very worth it. What you're gonna get is worth it. But most people, you will get scholarships, or if your grades is great, the institutions like HBCUs will give you a scholarship. Literally, if you have a 3.0 in high school, HBCU will give you full tuition. I graduated with a 2.5, so I didn't get that. But when I got to college, I got a 3.2. So my college makes sure they give me at least like $2,000 a year just because my grades are good now. If I would have done better in high school, okay, I would have had it all paid for, but I didn't. The point is, it is expensive, but you can find ways to pay for it. Don't ever let that be the reason why you don't attend the HBCU. And that's one of the main reasons why people say because it's expensive. Don't let that be the reason. There's money out there. Okay, I graduated with a 2.5 or 2.6, and I left MAC with like over $20,000 in scholarships. Like, don't let that be the reason, y'all.
Yeah. And then, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would definitely say make sure you guys apply. I cannot stress it enough. Please apply to the Oakland Promise Scholarship, like for real. Like, oh my goodness. They came through every year, every semester for me. Like I always knew in my mind I had that scholarship to look out for. And also, I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of the East Oakland Youth Development Center, EOIDC. Make sure you guys, if you're not already a part of the Pathway to College program, make sure you guys go on their website and look up the Pathway to College program. Shay Pratt, that's her last name. Shay Pratt is the program director. Also, on your the school's financial aid website, they should have a list of scholarships. That's how I knew about all the scholarships to apply to for my school. So make sure you guys go to the school's financial aid website and apply for all the scholarships. And literally apply to every scholarship, even the ones you're not qualified for, because you never know, people might not apply for them. You could just get it. Apply, apply, apply. I can't stress that enough.
You're right. And get in good with the financial aid office. Call them.
No, literally. Oh, I'm sorry. Last thing. Dealing with HBCU, you know, there's some cons. So make sure if you guys send in documents, you have your own copy. Please have your own copy, because sometimes they may, oh, I don't know what you know. When you have your own copy, have your own copy. Always have your own copy.
That's right. And you know, Oakland create hustlers, man. So, you know, a lot of it is just, you know, when you get there, make sure you know how to hustle. right? So whether you got to join ROTC, like Brother Blake said, or you become I was a RA. I was a resident resident assistant. So I had to work in the dorms, work, study. It's all types of little ways to get things taken care of. So when you get there, if you want to do it, you can get it taken care of. And like Destiny said, it's an investment, but you want to get that cost down as low as possible. But it's definitely money out there if you're willing to work and go find it.
Yeah, and there's
Can I just say something quick?
There's resources in the chat too in terms of scholarships. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can I just say something right quick too about financial aid, as well as a parent, as a grandmother and a parent, went to Xavier and Howard. Get to know the financial aid director. Be the financial aid director best friend. Get to know the financial aid director. Get to know her. Get to know him. Sit down, have a conversation with them. Work in when you get your work in the financial aid office. When you work in the financial aid office, when I worked in the financial aid office, I was able to get all types of scholarships because all kind of things come in there that you would get it first. So make sure that you get to know the financial aid office. And that's what helped me and my kids get through. And at the last minute, Teresa had to help me. But get to know the financial aid office, please. Because if you do a 5th year, you need to know the financial aid office. You need to know the financial aid office. So make sure that you get to know the financial aid office.
Phenomenal. I'm looking at all the resources here. We have so many questions live, you guys. Amir, you might want to mention your book again because I've been asking the name of your book. If you could show it again, please.
Yeah,
it's it in the comments.
Yeah,
and
it's called.
What this book is going to give them, like what? Oh, I put historical. Okay, I said it wrong. Historically, I put historical. Okay, but
yeah,
that book so they can just get a sneak because they are asking.
Yeah. It's called My Historically Black Purpose, and it's on Amazon. You can get it on Audible, so it's the audio version of it as well. And then you can just go to the website. It's myhistoricallyblackpurpose.com, and I'll put that in the chat too. But it basically gives you an introduction into the whole HBCU experience. I broke it down into 10 points because, I love the Black Panther Party. They had 10 points, so I put 10 points up on mine. Just about everything you can get from your experience there, whether it's getting over obstacles like Destiny talked about. It's the rites of passage aspect of it because, being Black in America, we were stripped of a lot of cultures and practices, so we don't really have any rites of passages. So it's a great rites of passage for you. And also just a real connection to your ancestors, so those are just 3 quick ones. But the book will give you a really good introduction into what you can expect. And it's good for parents too, who may be on the fence about it or just want some more information to give to their kids about it.
And I just wanted to say real quick, people are asking about sports and coaches, and I'm just going to say it out loud. We created a free platform because I wanted to make sure that it was free. So it's a free platform to connect students directly, exclusively to HBCU coaches exclusively. So it's NCRFsports.com, NCRFsports.com. It's a free platform. It doesn't cost anything. It's just, and it's free to the coaches too. It's just a way to try to help people get recruited. Because I see 2 people in here asking about coaches. How do I reach out to coaches? And you can reach out to them. They're really, I don't think it's difficult to reach out to. I think you just want to get your film together of whatever sports you have. And if you have an athletic resume. This platform is just to be able to get them to see you upload your film so they can see it, and then you just send your transcript. But I would just say you can call, if you go on their website for whatever schools you're in, you go to their athletic page, you can also reach the coaches that way too. So just letting you know.
Yep.
Also, you guys, attending the HBCU helps you travel the world. One of my goals in my life on my bucket list was to travel to every continent and every state in the U.S., every continent in the world and every state in the U.S. And going to an HBCU, being in the South, like we're from California, it's big. We travel for 10 hours, we're still in California. You go to HBCU and you travel 1 hour or 30 minutes, you're in another state. So when you're at HBCU, you get to go state to state to state to state and really see in the world.
That's good.
Absolutely.
All right, I think that's it. I took notes of all the different scholarships that were offered. I will follow up with all of you on your email and send you that list. Miss Jennifer Early is a counselor at Castlemont. She has offered her services also for those of you who need support with scholarships, but also a lot of the panelists gave you their contact information. Feel free. They gave it to you for free. Reach out to them, ask any questions you have. I want to thank all of our panelists for giving a very honest and great conversation for an hour. And I just appreciate everyone's time. We want to take a quick, fun photo. So if everyone wants to turn on their camera.
And everybody, this will be available on our NCRF TV network so people can continue to share with their friends. It's all about the village.
All right. And then also remember, tomorrow is the Black College Expo. If you have not RSVP'd to go tomorrow, you need to do that ASAP so that you have the opportunity to get on-site admissions with the Black College Expo. So there'll be reps from a bunch of HBCUs. They'll be giving admissions, scholarships, the whole nine. So make sure you actually show up tomorrow so you can benefit from that. So on the count of 3, we will all put our pretty faces on.
Wait. The parent panel tonight. Announce the parent panel tonight.
Also, Miss Adams is we're having a parent panel tonight at 7:00. If you had a good time with this and you want your mom or your dad or your guardian to hear some more information, you want to push them to let you go, please make sure you RSVP for that. It's tonight at 7:00. Okay, everybody.
Bring your parents.
Bring your parents. Everyone have their pretty faces on? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Get all of them. How can you get the whole thing?
I don't think it's possible, but thank you all.
Wait.
Got
No.
No, wait.
Switch to gallery view.
Yes.
We are on gallery view. It's still not enough.
Yeah.
Amir, we had like
Next page. We'll do the next page. Ready? Keep smiling. 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Okay, wait. Let me see if I can.
All right.
We're ready.
Everybody's pretty faces. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you guys for indulging us in that little photo shoot. I really appreciate you all for carving out an hour of your time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the College Access team at Oakland Promise or the panelists themselves. And we are here to support you all navigate your lives after high school. Thank you all.
Yes, you guys, fabulous job. Yay!
Thank you guys.
Hi, Mr. Bean.
You guys really were a lot of wisdom. Everybody just loved it. They were just chiming in. And so, Destiny, you saw that. Everybody was chiming in. It was good.
It was good. You did good, Jamil. You did outstanding.
Yes, congratulations. Excellent job.
Congratulations.
Everyone. Thank you, Amir. Again,
Oh,
thank you.
no problem.
Amir, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
No problem.
That's such a great moderator.
Destiny.
Destiny and the other panelists. All the panelists.
Hey, Destiny.
Hey, Miss Cynthia.
Did you still on, Destiny?
Jamia, do me a
How you
favor.
doing?
I want to send them a t-shirt. So can you get their information so I can send them a t-shirt?
I will.
Okay. All right.
How you like Tennessee? How you like Tennessee?
Oh, I like
fine.
right now I'm in Houston in a snowstorm, but I love Tennessee.
I see y'all tonight.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. I see.
So what are you doing in Houston?
Dr. Price.
Good to see you, Blake. Hey, Blake. I haven't seen Blake in years.
If you have any scholarships for Destiny needs some help with the money.
Destiny.
Yes.
I got you. Got you, Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Destiny.
Staying out of pocket.
Ooh, Destiny. I got you.
Oh, she needs help. Okay, good.
I got you, Destiny.
Yes. I've kept my grades up. I've joined almost every organization.
What's your grades right now?
I have a 3.28 GPA cumulative.
3.28. Okay, so
that's good.
$500. Would you be happy?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
also is William McGee a adult? I don't want to say.
I got you. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm also in the process